Skyline of San Francisco is once again changing, and now there's a new behemoth building punching through the city sky. It'll become the tallest building in town, and tonight we're going in depth.
That's right, Steve. If you love buildings, you're going to geek out. If it could go either way, it's still pretty cool. Not just the tallest building in town, also the tallest building west of Chicago. We are talking, of course, about the Salesforce Tower that is sort of reaching for the stars on Mission Street in San Francisco. It will literally be a work of art. San Francisco artist Jim Campbell will install LED lights to the top 9 floors way up there. When the building is done, it will feature, believe it or not, ballet-like dancers in motion. The view at night will be pretty spectacular, but the view by day is just as neat. KRON 4's Spencer Blake takes us on an eye-opening tour.
Here at street level in San Francisco, you're probably used to seeing construction just about everywhere. But if you go up 62 stories and more than 1,000 feet, you start to change the way we see the city by the bay. The Salesforce Tower has slowly been emerging over San Francisco's skyline for the last 3 years.
You know, we all know when you come in town, when you look at wherever you are in town, you sort of look over your shoulder and you go, oh, there it is.
Visually, it's disorienting and sometimes thrilling and sometimes terrifying.
Nothing tops the view from the top. You can just about see into tomorrow in all 360 degrees. Check out Sutro Tower to the southwest. Other landmarks like the Bay Bridge and the Transamerica building, which used to be San Francisco's tallest, almost look like Legos from above.
There you go. Thank you.
Only a handful of skyscrapers nationwide top 1,000 feet. The Salesforce Tower eclipses that mark by 70 feet, marking a new high point in the skyline that people have known and loved for decades.
It's not just a physical shift, it's kind of an emotional shift. Everyone has a feeling about it because they have to think of their city a little differently.
One of the people getting a new point of view is photographer Janet Delaney, who has been watching the changing city grow since the 70s. This particular engineering and architectural feat has her in awe.
I've been watching Salesforce every day for years now, since it was a hole in the ground.
She showed me the work she's done over the years, capturing other landmark buildings in their beginning stages too.
Basically, these buildings over here that are south of Market Street were the back room to the financial district.
Now the financial district will never be the same again. Peter Bach, who is vice president of construction for Boston Properties, hopes the Salesforce Tower will become a symbol for other cities in the Bay Area, not just for San Francisco. Delaney admits the building is a sign of economic growth and a sort of Manhattanization.
I'm mesmerized by the line of the skyline and how it's changing. But on the ground, I find it kind of troubling.
Troubling because she says it gets a little chilly down there. The building affects the flow of wind in the city and changes the shadows cast on neighboring structures. Bach addresses those concerns.
One of the things that helped a lot is the way the building is curved on the corners, and it's not your typical rectangle. It sheds the wind much better than many other buildings in town.
Even halfway up or halfway down the building, depending on which way you look at it, you still have a pretty great view here on the 35th floor. But down on the 20th floor, you could say things are a little more ho-hum. The view doesn't give you any indication how high the tower rises above your head. But whoever ends up working here probably won't want to trade whichever view they end up with for anything. In San Francisco, Spencer Blake, KRON 4 News.